Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, and it's Deb C, and place to be, it's Deb C. That's me. Boop, Deb C. Hey guys, and happy Sunday. I hope everybody had a great weekend, is having a great weekend, and I hope it was whatever you wanted it to be. If you wanted it to be relaxing or productive or adventurous, whatever. I hope that's what it was for you. It is Sunday, so you know what that means. Tomorrow's Monday. So we are going to do a little catch up. I am drinking, I have my tea, Spice Baby. So I have some peppermint tea, some hot peppermint tea in here, and I need it because the peppermint, because my stomach is a little upset. That's all. But I'm doing just fine. It's just that my stomach is a little upset. I think I might have eaten too much today. So what I typically do is I will talk about last week, and then we'll look forward to next week. You did not get a video from me yesterday because I was doing a bunch of different things right here in this kitchen. So I didn't film anything, and I didn't at all. So I just didn't even feel like doing anything. So I am back for today. We're going to talk about last week, and we're going to talk about this coming week. Listen, I'm not going to talk about work because I don't want to. It is stressing me out a lot. And I just don't want to talk about it because I want to stay in a nice, happy mood. So we're not going to talk about it. We're just going to say that I'm trying to remain positive, and I'm really trying to embrace change. That's what we're gonna say. Okay, let's get on to some of the pop culture moments of the week, and we'll talk about books, we'll talk about TV, we will talk about some productive things I did this weekend. So, books. I'm still on my third book. I'm reading Endgame by Omid Scobie. It is a look at the behind the scenes affairs of the British royal family. Listen, I'm drinking the tea because he spills the tea in there. Listen, some of the stuff that he says in there, it does not surprise me. It really does not surprise me. I'm going to talk more about that, I think, when I finish the book up. But suffice to say, heading into this book, and don't come for me if you're not a fan of Harry and Meghan, please don't. I just find it so odd that they go harder on Harry and Meghan than they do Prince Andrew. I'm not going to go into everything that Prince Andrew is accused of. Prince Andrew was a very, very good friend of Jeffrey Epstein. Go down that rabbit hole. There's a lot. There's a lot. I mean, when everybody was distancing themselves from Jeffrey Epstein, he stayed. There's a lot. And they seem to just, Prince Charles, well, King Charles now, specifically, really allegedly did not want to put his brother out. Like, he was feeling very badly about it, despite the rumors that were going around, the rumors and the nastiness. But they didn't have a problem. They don't have a problem with looking down on Harry. For telling their stories. Okay, listen, I'm going to talk more about that. So I'm still reading that. TV shows. Listen, this must be a whole new me this year. I'm doing things I never did. And when I talk TV, I'm actually watching things that I say, that looks interesting. I feel like I want to watch that. What I'm talking about is the latest Ryan Murphy vehicle that is on. It's on FX, next day on Hulu, and it is the second installment in his Feud series. The first one was Betty Davis versus Joan Crawford. Did not watch it. Heard great things about it. May have to go back and watch it. But what I watched this weekend on Hulu, 2 episodes were out, is Capote versus the Swans. It is very good. It has an all-star cast. It is Ryan Murphy came up with it. It's based on it's inspired by or based on a book about Truman Capote and the Swans. But it's an all-star cast. It has Naomi Watts, Callista Flockhart, Molly Ringwald, Chloe Sevigny, is that how you pronounce it? Demi Moore, Diane Lane, and Tom Hollander as Truman Capote. Listen, I'm gonna tell you this much. If this is how Truman Capote was, he was a real asshole. I'm just gonna say that. If that's how he was a real dick. But basically what it's about, the Swans were this group of rich, white New York socialites who befriended and became friends with Truman Capote. And he got in there and he was friends with a lot of them for many years, over 20 years. And he then betrayed their confidence. He knew all of their secrets and he betrayed some of their confidences and wrote about these secrets in Esquire magazine and didn't really go too far to hide who the guilty parties were. So it is now, who comes up with the idea? That comes up with the idea is Slim, who is played by Diane Lane and Callista Flockhart. And they think that, listen, he did this to you. We are going to get back at him. We're going to take away what he cherishes the most. That is fame, that is wealth, that is being in the it crowd, the in crowd, and being amongst New York social royalty. And also one of the women, because he wrote what he wrote, one of the women unalives himself. So they're going to get their revenge on him. It's 2 episodes in. It is very good. I can see them getting an Emmy nomination for costumes. Fabulous. I could even see Tom Hollander getting an Emmy nomination for his portrayal of Truman Capote. They're all very good in it. I could also see Naomi Watts possibly getting something. Naomi Watts is also an executive producer. I'm not a person who watches a lot of Ryan Murphy. I did watch Glee. I didn't watch all the seasons of Glee. I did watch Glee. That was it. I tried to watch American Horror Story. I couldn't get into it. It was just too out there for me. So I haven't watched any of his other things. No. I take that back. I watched Pose. I did watch Pose. Although I didn't watch all of the seasons, but I did watch Pose. So that is a fantastic. So far, I would give that 5 out of 5. I am going to continue watching that. Also today, I watched The Greatest Night in Pop. That is on Netflix. It is a documentary about the making of and the filming of We Are the World back in the 80s, 1985. If you remember, if you don't, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry that you were not alive in the 80s to be alive for this glorious evening. They went under the banner of USA for Africa, and it was musicians getting together to raise money for to raise money for poverty in Africa. And it came on the heels of, right before that, Band-Aid had taken place. That was put together by Bob Geldof and Midge Ure in the UK. And oh my gosh, and that was great too, because it was all the British bands and singers getting together. So it was like Duran Duran. It was Duran Duran, U2, Bananarama, Wham, Culture Club, everybody. Was David Bowie there? Anyways, everybody. And I loved it because back in the 80s, I loved all kinds of music. However, my favorite music was like alternative music and British bands. So they had all the British bands there, and they did, they sang Feed the World, the Christmas song. And then they had Live Aid. And so, who was it that came up with the idea? Harry Belafonte had actually come up with the idea and was like, listen, why can't we get something together to help with the problem of poverty over there in Africa? So it was Harry Belafonte, it was Michael Jackson, it was Lionel Richie, and Stevie Wonder. They tried to get Stevie Wonder, and they were calling him, and he didn't call them back for a while. And then finally was like, I'll call you back. And Quincy Jones. And then they ended up just thinking, when are we going to do this? It took place on the night of the 1985 American Music Awards, because everybody was going to be in Los Angeles at the show. And even people that weren't going to be there, like Bruce Springsteen and Billy Joel, they, and who else? Dionne Warwick, they were like, I will still come out. And it was such an interesting look behind the scenes at what had taken place and how this was all put together. It's very interesting. If you were around in the 80s, or even if you just love music, it was a fascinating look at the making of this. And it made me, they played the song at the end of the credits, well, during the credits, the credits at the end. And it made me even look at the parts differently. Very, very interesting. It's on Netflix. And it kind of made me think, like, back in the 80s were just such an amazing decade, just for that reason. Like we had Band-Aid, Live Aid, Farm Aid started back then. We had We Are the World, and we had Hands Across America. We had so many different things like that where musicians just came together and put aside their differences. Well, I mean, except for Prince and Michael Jackson, they couldn't. But I don't know that would happen nowadays. Like, I don't know if that's something that could happen. Let me know in the comments if you think that could happen. Like, there are some people that I think could put aside their egos, but there's so much like feuding and just behind the scenes bad blood, I think, or even in front of the camera bad blood. So I don't know, but it was a great documentary. It's called The Greatest Night in Pop. It's on Netflix. Very good. Okay, now let us get to the productiveness of this weekend. So yesterday I did a grocery pickup. I did a pickup at Walmart. I went to Giant Eagle, got some stuff I needed. Went to Starbucks because why not? Listen, they also have, at our Starbucks, they have the Oleato, which is the coffee drinks, both hot and cold, with olive oil in it. I was really thinking that I was going to do it. I asked my barista and I said, I think I'm going to do it. What do you think? And she said, well, I'm just going to let you know, if you're going to do a review, don't do it in your car. Wait till you get home. And I was like, oh, why? She's like, trust me, just wait till you get home. I'm really thinking that it could cause some cha-chas. When I say cha-chas, that's a nice way of me saying bubble guts, which is a nice way of me saying diarrhea. And listen, not to get TMI, but I am prone to that. So I will not be trying the Oleato just because I would eat just, listen, I would try almost anything for you guys, but that I don't want to just, I know that it would upset my stomach. I'm just not going to do it. So there's that. I mean, there's probably a ton of other people on social media that have tried it already. I'm not going to be one of them. I just don't want to risk it and get an upset stomach and get the BGs, get the bubble guts. So there we go. So I came home, put everything away, made some bread. I made bread yesterday. I made bread today because I usually make 2 loaves of bread now because one of our neighbors, Marie, she's an older woman. So she is so sweet and so nice. And her family, her kids come over on Sundays for breakfast. So I had given her one time, I had given her half a loaf and she loved it so much. So I said, well, I will make one. I'll make a loaf for her and my mom can take it to her before she goes to church on Sunday. And I'll make one for us. So I made one for Marie yesterday. I also made some banana bread. Here's the reason why I did that. Because I realized after taking out my groceries that there were bananas that had been in the trunk of my car for a week. And they were kind of, if anybody has gone to Walmart for a pickup, they don't just put like it all nicely in like here. And it's not all just in like neatly in like bags. You can have like 2 things in a bag here, and you can have like 1 thing in a bag here, and you can have like another 1 thing in a bag here, and then there's 2 things in a bag here, and then there's 1 thing in a bag there, So I just didn't even realize. And then I was like, wait, what's that bag? Oh, it's bananas. They've been in my car for a while. So what you do with those is typically in the past, I would have thrown them out because I'm sorry, I'm a person that as soon as I see that there's some kind of brown on the outside, it grosses me out and I cannot eat it. I know. It's better I know that it's better that way because it means it's sweeter. I just, for some reason, I just can't do it. If I see brown or black on it, on the banana itself, no, I can't do it. So I made some banana bread. Dolly loved it. And I made chicken noodle soup. Today is National Homemade Soup Day. I made chicken noodle soup. And Dolly said, I will be happy to eat this all week. So I did that. What did I watch last night? Did I finish? Oh, I can't even remember. I think I might have finished The Swan. I think I might have finished Capote versus the Swans last night. Okay, today got up and I was sitting every day on Sunday. Every Sunday, we do the same thing. I come out, I have my breakfast, and then Dolly goes to church, and then I sit in the other room in there with Jack, and we watch TV while he lays under the blanket. And I thought, well, instead of doing just that, I'm gonna get the bread started. So I started the bread, I put it under for a couple hours to like expand, for it to bubble up. She came home, I went downstairs, I cleaned the bathroom downstairs, cleaned the shower, cleaned the bathroom. So I got that done, took my shower, washed my hair, and came upstairs. I was cooking up storm today. I made the bread. I made these things. Listen, it's very easy. All you need, it's like a cross between a cookie and a Danish. You get like a roll of crescent rolls. You do not unroll them, but you just you get the log and you cut them. And then I put them on a cookie sheet, a baking sheet. I sprayed it with a little Pam and I put on a cookie sheet. You could probably put parchment paper on too. And you press them down, and then you make a mixture of softened cream cheese, powdered sugar, and a little bit of, I used maybe a little too much, of vanilla extract. You mix that together, you put it on top of the flattened out croissant. And then you get your favorite jam, you put just a little bit on top, and then you pop it in the oven. I put it in for 375. I put it in I set it for 12 minutes, but I think I took it out at like 10. And they were very good. Dolly loved those too. And then I made Philly cheesesteak pasta. And this was over the top cheesy. I used a whole bag of cheese. It was so delicious. And it was almost like it was like a fettuccine, but fettuccine Philly cheesesteak. It had like the shaved, it had peppers, onions. Dolly does not like mushrooms. Otherwise I would have put a ton of mushrooms in. It had peppers, green peppers, onions. I got the shaved steak at Walmart, and mozzarella cheese, and heavy cream, and a block of cream cheese, and pasta. Now you have to save a little bit of the pasta water, like a half a cup of the pasta water, to put in there to make it like the starches help, I guess, make it creamier or help the pasta like cling to the sauce better or something like that. So it was really good. Ooh, I ate a lot today. Maybe that's why my stomach hurts. So I got a lot done today. And so I'm going to, after I make this, I'm going to watch the Grammys. Go Taylor Swift. I almost said Smith again. Go Taylor Swift. If Taylor Swift wins Album of the Year tonight for Midnights, this will put her in #1 and the only person to ever win Album of the Year 4 times. She's won 3, and she's tied with like Frank Sinatra. Who else? I remembered Frank Sinatra, but I cannot remember the others. So it's going to be a very interesting night. With the Grammys, I usually tune in and tune out. I don't know. So I'll be watching off and on. Okay, National Calendar Day this coming week. What are we going to be celebrating? Tomorrow, we're celebrating National Weather Person's Day, and it's also National Shower with a Friend Day. And I was like, what? So basically what it does is hopefully it's going to educate people on the benefits of filtered, chlorine-free water. And that led me to think, oh, first of all, I'm not going to shower with a friend. If you could listen, if you were friends with all the famous people in the world, who would you shower with? Looking like I am now, I wouldn't shower with anybody. If I had a different body and I had a body of, say, like Jennifer Aniston or Jennifer Lawrence, or, you know, why am I going to say another Jennifer Lopez? Listen, sister, I'm not a fan of Jennifer Lopez. And I did not watch last night's Saturday Night Live. I saw a clip. She sang this song. What's it called? Do you have enough, or is this enough? Or yes, it's enough. Yes, J-Lo, I'm gonna raise my hand. It's enough. I've had enough, J-Lo. Yes, enough. So if I had any of their bodies, or if I was built like Sydney Sweeney, then I'd be like, sure, I will take a shower with a friend. No, thank you. If I had a body like theirs though, who would I shower with? There's a number. Paul Rudd, Andrew Garfield, Chris Hemsworth, sure. Any of them men? Idris Elba, sure. Okay. So that is, let me know in the comments if you were friends with any of these celebrities, who would you shower with? Here we go. Okay. Tuesday is National Chopsticks Day. I have never been able to eat with chopsticks. It's safer internet in the USA, safer internet in the USA. Hey, safer internet day. It is also frozen yogurt day. Frozen yogurt day. Froyo day. Wednesday, we're going to celebrate girls and women in sports, as we should. It is periodic table day. It's National Fettuccine Day. And also, send a friend to a card, because it is National Send a Friend a Card Day. Thursday, we're celebrating the birthday of Boy Scouts. We are flying a kite because it's Kite Flying Day. And it's also Iowa Day. Iowa is the Hawkeye state. But listen, this was an interesting fact. Did you know that Iowa has the highest per capita number of bowling alleys in the United States? It's true. So if you want to go bowling, go to Iowa. Or I mean, I'm sure there's one closer in your state. But if you're near Iowa, you'll be able to find one. And it's also Giving Hearts Day. Giving Hearts Day is just a day where you are encouraged to donate to your favorite charity. Friday is National Pizza Day. My favorite toppings on a pizza. I'm gonna say my favorite toppings on a pizza are pepperoni, black olives. I love black olives. Don't anybody come for me. Black olives and mushrooms. And maybe onions. No. And also, I love me a good white pizza. We used to have this place in town called Turtles. This was oh my God, this was decades and decades ago. It is long gone. And me and my father would get white pizza from Turtles. It was the absolute best. It was loaded with garlic and fresh tomatoes. Oh, it was so good. Tell me in the comments what your favorite is. Also, listen, are you a person that likes pineapple on pizza? I know this is going to go against my Italian heritage, but I actually kind of like it with a little bit of pineapple, a little bit of ham. I don't mind it. I kind of like it. I like pineapple. I know, y'all are gonna come for me. It's also Bagel and Lox Day, and it is Cut the Cord Day. That's where you, I guess, cut the cord of cable and look towards other alternatives. Saturday, it is Cream Cheese Brownie Day, and it is also Under Your Umbrella, Ella, It's Umbrella Day. I can't get that out of my head now. You're welcome. And Sunday, next Sunday, don't cry over spilled milk, because it's Don't Cry Over Spilled Milk Day. It is Peppermint Patty Day. My mom loves peppermint patties. And it's also Shut-in Visitation Day. I'm going to tell you this one right now. If you have someone in your family or you have a friend who is a shut-in, please don't just wait until one day in February to visit them. Please go visit them more than I wrote Shut-in Visitation Day. Please, if you have family or friends, or you know somebody who's a shut-in, don't just wait for one day in February to go visit them. Go visit them any other time too. So that right there is last week, and that is next week coming up. Listen, I hope everybody has a great day and a great week next week. I'm going to try to start the day with as much positivity as I can. Is it going to be easy? It's not. But we're going to really try. I'm going to really try my absolute hardest. You might not get a video tomorrow. I don't know. We shall see. But I'm thinking maybe not. I've been thinking like maybe I will do every other day just so I can take I don't want to say take a rest, but with this new task at work, it's It's draining. It's draining. So you may get one from me tomorrow, but you probably won't. I don't know. We'll see, but you will see me on Tuesday for something. You will definitely see me on Tuesday because Tuesday is going to be a Joe day for Bachelor, for the new season of Bachelor. So with that being said, if nobody told you yet today, I love you. You are loved, seen, and heard. Please make sure that you put love, kindness, compassion, acceptance, hope, positivity, and understanding out there, all the good things. Please take care of one another. And also, I always say, please, number one, be aware of your surroundings. Number two, please stay safe. I want all of you back here for the next video. I don't want you to be as specific a statistic. So please be aware of your surroundings. Please stay safe. I love you guys, and I will see you guys on Tuesday. Bye, guys.